everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a really long time since I posted a video, but things have just been a little bit crazy, so I'm gonna fill y'all in on everything. Let's get back to the little baby updates. So right now we're gonna talk about 23 weeks to 24 weeks. And then we're gonna do 25 weeks completely separately because I gotta fill y'all in on what happened there. And then we will do 27 weeks to 29 weeks, and then we'll do the 30-week updates later. So I'm currently 30 weeks pregnant. So yes, I know I have been really slacking on these baby updates, but just bear with me. I promise you, like, it was for a good reason. Okay, so let's jump into it. But let's start off with the 23-week baby growths. So now it says at 23 weeks, the baby can hear sounds from the outside world, although they're muffled by layers of skin, uterus, and amniotic fluid. Exercising is good. And then it also says the baby is now the size of a large mango. It's 11.5 inches and weighs 1 pound. For my body, it says you'll notice that your ankles are swelling and then your hands are also swelling, and so is your face, and excessive swelling can be a sign of preeclampsia, so to look out for that and call your doctor. And then let's go to 24 weeks. So at 24 weeks, the baby is the size of an ear of a corn, 11 3/4 inches and 1 1/4 pounds. It says the baby's eyebrows are growing and she's working on facial muscles. And then it also talks about the glucose screening test, which I will definitely talk about as well. And it says to watch out for preterm labor, unusual discharge, vaginal bleeding, abdominal cramping, pelvic pressure, low back pain, and leaking fluid are all signs of preterm labor. And then it says respiratory sacs at the tips of the smallest branches of your baby's lungs are growing and multiplying, adding more surface area for the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide once your baby's growing, or once your baby's born. For my body, the top of your uterus has risen above your belly button, and it's now the size of a soccer ball. That is so big. And yeah, that's basically it. So let's get into weeks 23 to 24. I feel like not much really happened between weeks 23 and 24. So in the beginning of week 23, I actually had to go back to get tested again for the bacterial vaginosis because I didn't think it fully went away. Like, I was still having symptoms of like tingling and all that stuff. And I knew it wasn't a UTI because I get UTIs very, very often, and I know how it feels when you have to pee and it burns and all that stuff. I remember in my previous video, I was like, I don't think my fundal height's growing, but the doctor said it was. She checked that, and I was measuring it differently because she says that to measure the fundal height, you need to like scoop behind it, but I was just like pressing over here and like, why don't I feel anything right there? But yeah, so fundal height is fine. I didn't even have to worry about that. It's just me creating more worries for myself, like always. What's new, right? She also said kicks counts don't start until 28 weeks, so I didn't have to do that. So yeah, 23 weeks was totally fine. There wasn't much going on at all. And then at 24 weeks, we were actually able to see my belly move every time she moved. So that was so exciting, just seeing like little like pops here and there. And it's just so cute because when you see that, you're like, ooh, like there she is, a little kick. And now that I am 30 weeks pregnant and like thinking back, like those little kicks and punches I thought were hard, they were so small back then and so gentle. It was just so cute and delicate. And then my results actually came back at 24 weeks for the bacterial vaginosis, and she said I was cleared, so I don't know what those lingering symptoms were. Maybe it's just my body being super weird with pregnancy. And so yeah, I didn't need to go back on antibiotics, thank God. Yeah, so I'm really thankful the bacterial vaginosis actually cleared up this time, unlike the last time. My dreams have been so crazy at that time as well. So there was a dream that I had during the 24-week mark. I was sleeping and then I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to go check on the baby, make sure the baby's alive. And I start looking around and I actually like get up out of my sleep to try to check on our baby. but the baby is still in my belly. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And then I went back to sleep, and that happened like 3 more times throughout the night. So if I'm already waking up now to check on our non-existent baby yet, then I don't even know what's going to happen when the baby is actually here. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to go check on the baby like every 20 minutes when I'm trying to sleep. Maybe this is why parents don't get sleep, because they're constantly checking on their babies. My husband had a dream that our baby's eyes were going to be green. So that would be so cool if her eyes are green, but we'll see when that time comes. And then I also read that babies' eyes can change color up to a year. So like after a year, that's when their eyes settle. So that's kind of crazy, because I feel like I've always just had brown eyes. Like my eyes never changed. During 24 weeks, I also started my sugar purge and stopped trying to give in to my cravings, because I had to do my 1-hour gestational diabetes test, and I really wanted to make sure I passed it. So I cut out like all sugar pretty much, and I was basically miserable. But anytime you cut out like sugar and carbs, like the first week or 2 is always the hardest, because your body like really wants it. But after you like get it out of your system, you don't get those cravings anymore. But yeah, so I am taking my gestational diabetes test at, I think, at 26 weeks. So I will touch on that in the next video. But yeah, this video is super short and simple because not that much happened at 23 to 24 weeks. And then I will get into week 25. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.